Hello everyone, this is Nirupama and welcome to Simplify. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about 5 vegetarian foods that are good sources of proteins. Like carbohydrates and fats, proteins belong to the category of macronutrients, meaning that they are required in relatively large amounts for the healthy functioning of our body. The difference between carbohydrates, fats and proteins is that carbohydrates and fats can be stored in the body, while our body does not store protein and therefore there is no reservoir to draw from when we are running low. And hence meeting our daily requirement of protein every single day is important. Proteins are building blocks of our bones, muscles, cartilage and blood. They are required to make hormones and enzymes in our body. They are also required to repair and make new cells and tissues. Proteins are also components of our skin and hair. Basically, proteins are components of every single cell in our body. The recommended dietary allowance or RDA for protein is about 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight for people who are sedentary or don't exercise. People who lead an active lifestyle and exercise regularly, the RDA for protein consumption is somewhere between 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram body weight depending on your activity level. So for someone who weighs 50 kgs, the minimum protein requirement for the body is 40 grams in case of a sedentary lifestyle, while it goes up to around 80 grams in case of an active lifestyle. As compared to vegetarians, meat eaters have a lot more options for protein like poultry, eggs, fish and other kinds of meat. When it comes to vegetarians, I wouldn't say there are no options, but you need to be smart with your choices and the combination of foods that you eat so that you get the optimum amount of protein from your foods. Let's look at 5 excellent sources of proteins for vegetarians. I'll also be telling you on how you should be consuming them. The first one are legumes like kidney beans or chickpeas. Kidney beans or rajma and chickpeas or chole are good source of protein for vegetarians. One serving or one katori of cooked rajma or cooked chole has about 9 grams of protein. And when you combine one katori of rajma or chole with one bowl of rice, you get a total of about 14 grams of protein from the entire meal. Not just that, legumes like rajma and chole are incomplete sources of protein, which means that they do not have all the 9 essential amino acids. But when you combine these legumes with cereals like rice or roti, the combination becomes a complete source of protein, providing all the 9 essential amino acids to our body. Just remember that it is very important to cook these legumes like kidney beans or chickpeas properly before consumption, or they can lead to an upset stomach. The second option for proteins are nuts. Among nuts, peanuts or moongfali have the highest amount of protein. A handful of peanuts, which is about 25 grams, has around 7 grams of protein. If you like snacking on nuts, you can dry roast a handful of peanuts and also add 8 to 10 almonds to it, and the entire thing will provide you about 10 grams of protein. If you're thinking that nuts are rich in fats, yes they are, but the fats and fatty acids in nuts are mainly the unsaturated types that are very essential for the healthy functioning of our body. In case you're fond of nut butters like me, peanut butter is an excellent option for you. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter will provide you around 8 grams of protein. You can either add peanut butter to your bowl of oats or you can make peanut butter sandwiches. I have a recipe on how to make peanut butter in 3 easy and quick steps. I'll link it down below in the description box. Just make a note that it is best to have any kind of nut in its soaked, boiled or roasted forms, as it helps with better absorption of nutrients in the nuts. The third option is milk and milk products. Milk products are an excellent source of protein. In fact, milk and milk products are regarded as complete sources of protein, as they have all the 9 essential amino acids that are required by our body. 1 glass or 250 ml of milk has around 8 grams of protein. Paneer, which is a milk product, is also an excellent source of protein. 100 grams of paneer has about 14 grams of protein. But the thing with paneer is that it is also quite high on fat. So if you want to avoid fat in your diet, the best way to have low fat paneer is to make your own paneer at home using low fat, toned or skimmed milk. A lot of people suffer from lactose intolerances or bloating from consuming milk. In that case, even if you can't have milk or paneer, you can opt for curd or dahi dahi, in which the lactose is converted to lactic acid. Curd also provides a decent amount of protein. 1 katori of the Indian style set curd or the market curd provides around 5 to 6 grams of protein. The Greek style yogurt, which is even more dense, has even more protein of about 10 grams in a 100 gram serving. The fourth option is sattu powder or roasted chickpea flour. Sattu is made by roasting brown chana and further grinding it. Sattu is honestly a superfood because of its many health benefits, and it is now gaining popularity among vegetarians because of its high protein content. So let's say you make a sattu sharbat or sattu drink by adding 2 tablespoons of sattu powder to it. You will get 6 grams of protein from the drink. If you want to have sattu in the form of parathas, which I personally love, 2 medium-sized sattu parathas will provide you around 14 to 15 grams of protein. If you know of any other recipes that you can make using sattu, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. The fifth option is whey protein. Whey protein is an excellent source and is one of the purest forms of protein. There are so many misconceptions and confusion around whey protein, but whey protein is completely safe for consumption by both men and women unless you have milk intolerance or have bloating issues when you consume milk. If you are intolerant to milk or lactose, you can go for plant-based proteins like pea protein. Whey protein powder is available in the market in the form of concentrate or isolate, the isolate being purer. 1 scoop or 30 grams of whey protein powder has about 20 to 25 grams of protein in it. The most important thing to remember while buying whey protein powder is that you buy it from a reputed brand and you check the label and ingredients to make sure that there are not many additives or fillers added to it. So who should be consuming whey protein? If you are a vegetarian man or woman above the age of 25 and you lead an active lifestyle where you work out every day, you should consider including whey protein supplement to your diet. You don't need to go big initially, just start with about 1/4 or half a scoop of whey protein and size it up to 1 scoop if it suits your stomach. So here is a quick recap of my favorite vegetarian sources of protein: legumes like chickpea and kidney beans, nuts especially peanuts, milk and milk products, sattu powder and whey protein. Lastly, I would like to say that if you are someone who eats traditional Indian food, you don't need to count your protein every single day or worry too much about your protein intake, even if you are a vegetarian, because traditional Indian meals like khichdi or idli sambar have a complete profile of amino acids in them. On that note, let's end the video. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up. It always means a lot. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care until then. Bye.